Our pleasure to connect with you through this network, the I Love CVille Network, a vision and brainchild of yours truly that has been flushed out, made efficient, and frankly speaking, is becoming the source that you guys are counting upon for news in what is otherwise a news desert. We're live on every social media platform known to mankind. Literally, if there's social media, this show airs on it. You, the viewer and listener, can offer questions, comments, concerns, share perspective, dictate the pace and tempo of the show. I got 4 states watching us right now on our IP heat map. 4 different states watching the program as we speak, including Manhattan with a leaf watching the program in the Big Apple. All right, so if you watch this program enough, you know that I am unabashed and unafraid with our commentary, because the commentary we relay to you, J-Dubs, check my DMs. If you could get that DM, put it on screen, that'll be breaking news here.
There's a lot.
All you're going to have to do is take this and put it on screen. It's under my DMs here. It's the top DM. Thank you. I'm leaving your name completely out of it. I'm grateful for you. You know who I am. It's the top DM in my inbox right now. I want to break that news on this show. If you watch the program, you know I am unabashed and unafraid with our commentary, because our commentary is rooted in the truth. It's rooted in video recordings, audio recordings. It's rooted in conversations that I have with landlords and attorneys. It's rooted in fact, man. I talked about this on Monday. Some of the news stories that we've broken on this program was the Albemarle High School JV football sexual assault hazing incident. We talked about that before anyone else. Folks said I was exaggerating it. Lo and behold, the folks involved with that assault were charged. We were right all along. We talked Champion Hospitality Group and their financial difficulties and how they were screwing people. Folks said all along, you're exaggerating it. Look what's happened. We were right all along. Nakia Walker paying people with a city-issued credit card to speak in council meetings. We broke that news. Folks said, you're going after her. No, I wasn't. I was just reporting the truth. We were right all along. Tito Durrett retiring. First to report that, right all along. Lloyd Snook running for re-election. First to report that, right all along. Hogwaller Brewing Company on High Street opening. We saw the ABC permit that they filed. Right all along. The husband and wife, the Pellys, behind Mary Mill, buying Feast. Right all along. The stance I'm taking when it comes to predatory solar, Sigora solar, is based on audio recordings, video recordings, conversations with customers. One I had this morning, a customer with an active lawsuit. Conversations I've had with customers that have been ghosted for 13 months, saying they won't pick up our phone. Conversations I've had with employees, past and present, C-suite, chief officer positions, past and present. Conversations I've had with these folks. I relay that to you so I can sit behind this microphone and speak with confidence and conviction on a daily basis and sleep next to my wonderful wife easily. For 52 minutes today, in fact, let me check the call log. Looking at my call log on my trusty iPhone, the conversation lasted, I'm going to slide over to Judah. Why don't we go to a 2-shot? Do you have that 2-shot ready to rock and roll?
Yep.
Slide over to your right so both folks can see us. I do not want you to breach the customer's anonymity, because this is how we get our information, and our character and our word is our bond, right? How long did this phone call last? 9:16 a.m. Do you see it right there?
Yeah. Almost an hour.
How for exact?
55 minutes.
Okay. A 55-minute conversation with a customer. And some of the craziest SHIT I've ever heard. All true. Documented by the customer. He's working on whether or not, with his attorney, they want to come on this program to tell their story. I think it's going to happen. Here's what I want to do today, Judah. One of the main sources of irritation for so many Sigora solar customers is the fact that they are being ghosted by the company. Their solar infrastructure is not working, it's under warranty, they're calling and they're being ghosted, and this ghosting nature has happened for well over 12 months. I have heard now from over 100 customers, and I've only done 3 shows. Over 100 families have reached out to me, including one who has said that we are going to lose our house. We want to sell our home now. My husband lost his job. We want to capitalize on the equity in this house, but we're unable to sell our home because our solar infrastructure on our roof does not work. They are ghosting us, not returning our calls, and no one will buy our house because the infrastructure is seen as a money pit. Warranty not valid, year plus of being ghosted, a Dominion bill being paid at the same time financing for solar is being paid. Here's what we're going to do before we go on to the next topic. And the next topic is the United States Postal Service employee that sent me direct messages about the Daily Progress circulation and when those newspapers arrived. I also heard from a Daily Progress employee who works within circulation who sent me direct messages about what the United States Postal Service is doing when it comes to delivering papers to people's houses 3 times a week. SHIT is crazy, man. We also have this story for you. Denver Riggleman, a one-time Republican, Denver Riggleman, who was a congressman, libertarian, I would think, with an ideology. Denver Riggleman, who got kicked out of the GOP. Bob Good is now where Riggleman was in Congress. He got kicked out of the GOP, Riggleman, because he officiated a same-sex marriage. Now Denver Riggleman is getting paid by Hunter Biden. I mean, madre. I'm flabbergasted by that. Multiple viewers and listeners of this show said during the Scottsville 4th of July parade, which was yesterday, there was a designated outdoor refreshment area, Adora, where folks that patronized the parade were able to drink in a public setting, and there was no issues. I again encourage the city of Charlottesville to consider a Dora in downtown CVille. Jim Hingeley, the Albemarle Commonwealth's attorney, is on tomorrow's show. Mike Kochis, the police chief of Charlottesville City, is on Tuesday's show. Peter Krebs of the Piedmont Environmental Council is on Thursday's show. And Mayor Lloyd Snook will join us on Thursday, June 20th. First, some breaking news for you.
July
20th. Thank you, Judah. July 20th. Appreciate you, homie. Thank you. First, some breaking news for you. And I'm going to put the letter on screen. I haven't even had a chance to read this letter. Can you put the letter on screen now? I will not utilize the name of the person who sent me this letter unless this person gives me approval. Let me know when that letter is on screen. It's on screen. Charlottesville letterhead. I can read it to you. This is from Michael Rogers, the consultant city manager of the Robert Bob Group. Michael Rogers writes, to the entire Charlottesville city staff, I write to you today to share with you some news. I have informed Mayor Snook and Council of my withdrawal from consideration to be the permanent city manager. While I would have loved to continue working with Council and beside all of you, some personal priorities require that I return home to the District of Columbia full-time. When I arrived in Charlottesville in January 2022, I was pleased to find a quality, capable, and hardworking team of professionals. You have been through a lot over the years, and I focused on stabilizing this government as mission number one. You can put the letter back on. An organization is only as strong as the people charged with its operations daily. With the support of Council, we have prioritized comp and class, collective bargaining, increase COLAs, and capacity investments in critical service areas, all as a show of support for the staff. We can still do more, and I know that work will continue in the months and years to come. I am proud of having been able to get so much done. And while there is still a lot more to do, I believe the foundation is sturdy and ready to support Council's priorities to maintain a thriving and equitable community. I would like to thank Ashley and Sam. Those are the deputy city managers right there, by the way. Michael Rogers says, I would like to thank Ashley and Sam for being two dependable and talented co-pilots. Thank Terry and Teresa for having my back. Thanks to Marianne Hardy and Chrissy Hamill for their work as critical members of the city manager's team. Thanks to the department heads for their dedication and producing results. And most definitely a big thank you to all of you who make this government work 24/7, and you do it with integrity, skill, and competence. I expect to be here until the end of July. Council has recently stated that they have narrowed their search and expect to announce a decision on the next city manager in mid-July. Signed, Michael Rogers. That is breaking news right here on the I Love CVille Show that you will read in the newspaper and hear about on television and radio after this program airs. Again, that is breaking news here on the I Love CVille Show. I will not breach the confidence of the staff that sent me that letter. It's now been sent to me by a dozen people. You know who you are, and you know you can count on me. City Hall, literally watching our program as we speak. We see the IP addresses and where they are located. We had Mayor Snook on the show a couple of weeks ago. I asked him if Michael Rogers was a finalist for the city manager position. He said, absolutely. Michael Rogers has now clearly and documented in paper trail indicated that he is out of city manager because he has, as he put in this letter, personal priorities require that I return home to the District of Columbia full-time. Breaking news. I have 5 states watching us on this program, literally as we speak. I see much of Sigora watching this program, including folks that may or may not be subcontractors of them. All right, I promised you that I will always champion the underdog and stand up for people that are marginalized. And never in I got into the media game as a rising third year at the University of Virginia, where I was a stringer part-time staff writer at the Daily Progress under Jerry Hootie Ratcliffe. I finished my career at the Daily Progress as one of the youngest editors in the history of the newspaper. I parlayed that position into a syndicated talk radio show that aired in 3 states and into the District of Columbia, The Jerry Miller Show, and 2 TV shows on NBC 29. Then, 15 years ago, I launched this business. a business based on journalistic standards and integrity, a business based on multiple Virginia Press Awards that I have won. What I am doing today with the Sigora Solar Saga and clearly depicting, based on video recordings, audio recordings, paper trail emails, correspondence with Sigora letterhead on it, all in my possession, based on attorney filings, all in my possession, based on firsthand perspective now from over 100 families that have been burned by this company, all in my possession. What I am doing here is what I was trained to do as an investigative reporter. I would feel uneasy at night if I did not use these God-given abilities of seeking truth and the gift of communication to not expose what is a collateral damage wake that I've never fucking seen to this magnitude in 20 plus years of being in media. So, one of the common denominators of the 100 plus families that have contacted me is the ghosting nature of this company. They sell you on a solar infrastructure that's tens of thousands of dollars. They promise you a warranty, great customer service, and they promise you that if something happens, they'll repair it. They also allude, I've heard from many customers about this and have this documented, that should you choose to sell your house and you have financing that's left to pay, that debt could be transferred at closing to the new buyer of your house. Literally, that's what's being told. I have multiple customers who have sent me that kind of documentation and have literally passed along information that suggests this. Furthermore, I'll tell you about the financing company after I do this. So here's what I'm going to do. You're on a one-shot with me, Judah?
Yep.
I'm going to call Sigora Solar live on air. You ready for this, Judah?
Yep.
When I call Sigora Solar live on air, let's see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what happens. Now, if they have audio recording, I've already tried calling them multiple times. I know what's going to happen. They have audio recording. They play music on their voicemail. I'm not sure how social is going to respond to us playing this audio recording live on air. When it comes to a music rights standpoint, I would imagine this music is royalty free that's on the voicemail because it's being used on a voicemail recording. But if it does have royalties associated with it, I can't imagine broke Sigora owns the royalties to it. But if it does, there's a chance this could be pulled off air. If it is pulled off air from the social media companies, we'll hop back on. We're going to call Sigora. SigoraHome.com. Their phone number is buried on their website. Interestingly, they still have Westfield Road, 490 Westfield Road, as the headquarters of their company. Dude, you guys don't work there anymore. You're misrepresenting your location, 490 Westfield Road. The landlord, Amir, and his family, I know them. You owe them over $110,000. Take the map off your website that says 490 Westfield Road. It's disingenuous in misrepresenting your location. You're now in a warehouse in Stanton. Let's call him, J-Dubs. I'm going to put it on speakerphone. You know what? I'll start from the top. Tell me when you're ready, J-Dubs. Ready?
Yep.
Okay, here we go.
Thank you for calling Sigora Home. To inquire about solar for your home, please press 1. If you are an existing customer in need of technical support, press 2.
Existing customer in need of technical support. Please press 2. I'm pressing 2.
Please press 3. This call may be monitored or recorded for quality and training purposes.
There's the music. It's a nice little peppy tune, isn't it? Upbeat. Builds trust with the company. I'm calling customer support. My solar infrastructure is...
For the delay.
Uh-oh.
Please continue to hold, and a Sigora home representative will be with you shortly.
A
Your
Sigora.
time is very important to us. If you are unable to wait, you may press 0 to be transferred to our general operator to request a callback.
Nah. I'll hold. I'm holding. Little peppy tune. This tune, I like it. Makes me want to shimmy. Still waiting, Judah. Just like everybody else. My infrastructure's not working. What I call customer support.
Apologize
Wait.
for the delay. Please continue to hold, and a Sigora home representative will be with you shortly.
I'm still
Your
holding.
time is very important to us. If you are unable to wait, you may press 0 to be transferred to our general operator to request a callback.
Nah. I'll hold. My friends spent tens of thousands of dollars with your company, and they just want to reach somebody in customer support. Sigora, this is your customer support team. Come on, Sigora, pick up. We got a financing contract that you...
We apologize for the delay. Please continue to hold, and a Sigora home representative will be with you shortly. Your time is very important to us. If you are unable to wait, you may press 0 to be transferred to our general operator to request a callback.
Nah, I'll wait. You sold my friends a bill of goods that you said you would support. If it broke, you would fix.
Thank you for calling Sigora Solar Technical Support. Sigora technicians are currently busy assisting other customers, but your call is very important to us. Please leave a message with your name, phone number, service address, and a brief explanation of the issue you are currently experiencing. A technician will return your call as soon as possible.
Okay. Hey, Sigora Home and CEO Michael Ball, a realtor with eXp Realty. This is Jerry Miller of the I Love CVille Show. I'm just giving you a phone call to see why your customer support department is ghosting people. I've got over 100 families, Sigora, that have said that you don't return phone calls and you won't repair or fix solar infrastructure on their roofs despite signed contracts and active warranties saying you would otherwise. Sigora, my phone number is 434-981-2942. You can reach me at jerry@ilovecville.com as well. I'll give you a call back. Perhaps you just are on the other line with another client. Let me just give you a ring back right now, okay, Sigora? Call you right back. Let's do it one more time. What is the common denominator, Judah? Two-shot of many of these families that have issued frustration, that have explained their anger, their bitterness. They're getting ghosted, right? When you spend tens of thousands of dollars with a company and they promise that something's under warranty and if it breaks that they would fix it, just give us a call, and it goes a year plus and you don't, how would that make you feel?
Unimportant.
What's that?
Unimportant.
Unimportant? Wow, you're a bigger man than me. How else would it make you feel?
Angry.
Do your parents have Sigora on their roof?
Not on the roof, but they do have Sigora Solar.
They have Sigora Solar at their house? I would make sure they watch this. Let's call them one more time, okay? Sigora, I'm calling you.
Thank you for calling Sigora Home. To inquire about solar for your home, please press 1. If you are an existing customer in need of technical support, press 2.
Oh, technical support.
To reach
Press
our
2.
customer excellence team. This call may be monitored or recorded.
Put the
for
phone
quality
number
and
on a
training
lower third on
purposes.
screen. Sigora's phone number on a lower third on screen. Their phone number with a lower third on screen. So everybody can call. I want you guys to call as well. Hall Spencer, Daily Progress, write this story. I've been texting you everything that I have so far. It's a peppy tune
I
right here.
apologize for the delay. Please continue to hold, and a Sigora Home representative will be with you shortly. Your time is very important to us. If you are unable to wait, you may press 0 to be transferred to our general operator to request a callback.
Nah, I can wait. I have no problem waiting. I just want to get customer support. My infrastructure's not working. You promised me this would diminish my Dominion bill. Please just fix my infrastructure like you promised and contract. I'm calling you, Sigora.
We apologize for the delay. Please continue to hold, and a Sigora Home representative will be with you shortly.
Oh, happy to wait. No
Your
problem.
time is very important to us. If you are unable to wait, you may press 0 to be transferred to our general operator to request a callback.
Nah, I'll wait. I don't mind waiting. This makes me want to shimmy. My shoulders going. I'm still waiting. Get that phone number on screen.
We apologize for the delay.
What?
Please continue to hold, and a Sigora Home representative will be with you shortly. Your time is very important to us. If you are unable to wait, you may press 0 to be transferred to our general operator to request a callback.
No. I'll wait. I'm paying a monthly fee every month to pay for the infrastructure you installed on my roof. Of course I'll wait.
Thank you for calling Sigora Solar Technical Support. Sigora technicians are currently busy assisting other customers, but your call is very important to us. Please leave a message with your name, phone number, service address, and a brief explanation of the issue you are currently experiencing. A technician will return your call as soon as possible.
Hey, Sigora Home. This is Jerry. Jerry Miller. Oh, Jerry Miller from the I Love CVille Show. I just left you a voice message about 5 minutes ago. My phone number is 434-981-2942. My email address is jerry@ilovecville.com. I'm calling on behalf of what I have in my inbox is over 100 of your customers who have said that you're ghosting them, that the infrastructure you have installed on their house ain't working and it's under warranty and they're paying a monthly charge because they financed it based on stuff you said and promised them. Now they're angry, pissed, furious, broke, in some cases about to lose their homes. Because when they go to sell their house, they have a money pit atop their roof, a money pit that no one will touch, despite it being under warranty and despite monthly payments happening to the financing company that you chose them to finance the infrastructure with. Sigora, just give me a call back. It's Jerry Miller, I Love CVille Show. I'm the guy that is not afraid to go balls to the wall against companies like you. I'm the guy that has the platform, the influence, and the resources who will always champion and stand up for the underdog. I'm the guy that is relentless, that will put this in the news cycle every single day. Vanessa Parkhill says, Jerry, what happens if you choose option 3 for Sigora's customer service? Let's call him back. You got that phone number on screen?
Yep.
There it is.
To inquire about solar for your home, please press 1. If you are an existing customer in need of technical support, press 2. To reach our customer excellence team, please press 3.
I'm going to push 3.
For energy efficiency,
Customer excellence team. Let's go to the customer excellence team, right?
this call may be monitored or recorded for quality and training purposes.
I'm checking that out, Vanessa Parkhill in Earlysville. I'm going to respond to your comment here. Doing a lot of things at once. Catchy tune, Judah. Let's do a little shimmy with me. 2-shot. Do a shimmy with me and get that lower third on screen. Get that lower third on if you could.
We apologize for the delay. Please continue to hold, and a Sigora Home representative will be with you shortly. Your time is very important to us. If you are unable to wait, you may press 0 to be transferred to our general operator to request a callback.
No, I can wait. I don't mind waiting. I mean, we got over 100 families here that are screwed. I don't mind waiting. Judah, you shimmying with me?
No, I'm getting this on screen.
Come on, give me a little shimmy. I'm hosting a talk show while doing some shimmy and calling a company. Get a little personality in there. Segora, this is the third time I'm calling you. Trying a different
We apologize for the delay. Please continue to hold, and a Sigora Home representative will be with you shortly.
Segora.
Your time is very important to us. If you are unable to wait, you may press 0 to be transferred to our general operator to request a callback.
Nah, I can wait. I'm going to tag in the comment section, Segora, why don't you answer your phone? Segora, why are you not answering your phone? Segora Home, how come you are not answering?
All of our agents are busy helping other customers. At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press the pound key for more options.
Hey, Segora. Sigora Solar? Segora Home, is that you? It's Jerry. Jerry Miller. Why aren't you answering your phone? You're the customer support department, right? I'm hearing from over 100 families saying that you've ghosted them and won't pick up their phone call. I've now tried calling you 3 times in the last 30 minutes, and I've experienced a similar ghosting set of circumstances, Segora. Remember, the customer is always right, and you put your customers first if you want to stay in business? Remember that rule of thumb? Hey, Segora, why aren't you answering? Please give me a call. I'll try you again tomorrow, okay, Segora? And every single day until you stand up and do what is right for the families you have financially screwed. I'm happy to show you the signed contracts, the video recordings, the audio recordings, and every other piece of information I have in my possession. Do you hear me? Hang up. So, I do that for you for a number of reasons. I do that for you, the viewer and listener, so you realize the type of company this is. I do it for you, the viewer and listener, so you yet again realize what I say on this talk show is always backed by tangible and palpable information. Every single damn day. Just broke news that Michael Rogers is piecing out of the city manager search in City Hall. How did I know that? Because I have the letter from Michael Rogers that he sent to people this morning. I showed it to you on screen. Put it on screen. Is it on screen?
Yep.
There's the letter. There's the letter. Go back to me on a one shot if you could, please, sir. Jer, how'd you break the news about the alleged sexual assault in the locker room, the hazing incident with Albemarle and the JV football team? Well, I saw the video. Jerry, how'd you break the news about the credit cards and Kyle Walker paying people to speak at council meetings? Because I saw the statements from City Hall. Jerry, how'd you know Hogwaller Brewing Company was coming to High Street? Because I saw the ABC permit they filed. Now I'm going to go to the next topic. But before I go to the next topic, I want everyone, including the C-suite of this program, the C-suite of Sigora that's watching. I am relentless, resourced, and ready to rock and roll. It's never about the size of the dog. It's about the size of the fucking fight in the dog that matters. Remember that. Never about the size of the dog. But it's the fight inside that canine that determines who is victorious in the end. Now, I got a question for you, and this is a fair question. Can anyone understand why the Charlottesville Business Innovation Council, CBIC, online at CVilleInnovation.org. Why is the Charlottesville Business Innovation Council, CBIC, why do they have Sigora Solar as a finalist for this year's Social Good Award? Why does the Charlottesville Business Innovation Council, CBIC, have Sigora Solar as a finalist for the Social Good Award? I have that answer, and I have that link, and I have it in evidence that is as clear as day. And I will give you that story tomorrow on the I Love CVille show. A show that is unabashed, unafraid, and never seeking approval from anyone. Jim Hingeley, the Commonwealth's attorney, is also on tomorrow's program. Let's go to a two-shot before we go to the next topic. And let's weave Judah Wickower into the mix if there is something he would like to offer on this topic. Anything at all? Or we can go to the next talking point if you'd like.
I think it's a shame that it's come to this point, but I think you're doing a good job of pointing out all the all the problems with this company, and hopefully enough people either watch this or have their friends tell them so that they don't get roped into making a mistake and putting their money with these with this company. It's sad.
Let's say it at the same time on three. Class action lawsuit. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and we say it at the same time. 1, 2, 3. Class action lawsuit. Let's say it again. Everybody. For those in the back of the bus. Sally in the back. Thomas in the back. Albert Graves that's watching in Crozet. Kevin Higgins in Greenwood. Vanessa Parkhill in Earlysville. Aaron King in Scottsville. Logan Wells, Clayla, wherever you're watching. Juan Sarmiento, wherever you're watching. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Jesse Rutherford of the Board of Supervisors, Kyle Irvin, Bill McChesney, Chad Wood, Jamie Turner, Lisa Costello, Woody Fincham, Lonnie Murray, Johnny Ornalis, Nikki Chambliss, G. Milo, Curtis Shaver, Katie Pearl, Jason Howard, Whitey Reed, Alex Erpy, Scott Proctor, Todd Rath, Lake Placid right now, Todd Rath, along with Dr. John, Neil Williamson, Nora Gaffney, all at the same time. Ready, Judah? 1, 2, 3. Class action lawsuit. Next topic. We're on point today, right? I got recharged on the 4th of July. Could you tell? Got a little sun-kissed. My wife said I got tan. Had a couple of cold pops. A cheeseburger. Spent 3-4 hours with my 5-year-old in the pool. My 5-year-old is legitimately a better swimmer than I am. I swear. He is so fast. He's like a little minnow. Had a best day ever yesterday. Heard from so many of you about this. Next topic. In fact, let me tell him right now, about to chat about this. I got, and hey, this is how much you can count on me. Listen, you're watching me right now. In fact, listen, watch now, please. I have a United States Postal Service employee sending me the nitty-gritty about the daily progress and print circulation, the trials and tribulations of what's happening in the United States Postal Service as it applies to delivering the daily progress, now only in print 3 times a week. It's no longer a daily newspaper. He said, please do not use my name on your show. I need to remain confidential. I swear, anyone who watches this program, I get the information I get because why, Judah?
Because you keep people's confidentiality.
Because my word is my bond. My word is my bond. I am a lot of things, but one of the things I am is honest. I know how to keep a secret, and my word is my bond. I said 1,000%. You have my word. Your anonymity is safe with me. This is what he says. People enjoy reading the newspaper in the mornings with coffee and breakfast. Now they're getting the newspaper in the afternoon or a day or two late. We understand how pissed off people are. In addition to the newspaper issues, we are short-staffed to begin with, so even if we have the newspaper to be delivered that day, that does not mean that it is going out to be delivered that day. Many, many routes on a daily basis do not get delivered each day because of our staffing issues. Furthermore, this is what he says. I'm going to read it verbatim. Jerry, I worked today and we did not get Thursday's paper to deliver. This was this past Thursday. They were not even in the building today. Sometimes due to the abundance of mail, not all of it gets distributed to the carriers to deliver. But in this case, the Thursday edition of the Daily Progress were not even in the building for distribution. We can only deliver what gets distributed to the carriers. Here's the key, Jerry. Find out where the Daily Progress is dropping off the newspapers to be delivered. I do not think they're dropping it off at the Charlottesville facility. I could be wrong, but I'll let you know in the morning. Please don't use my name. Thursday's paper, this is June 30th. He sent me this text message on June 30th. June 30th is Friday. This was Friday, June 30th. He sent me this at 8:29 in the morning. Thursday's papers are here being distributed to the carriers this morning. They were not in the building yesterday on Thursday when they should have been delivered. They arrived sometime overnight or early in the morning. Most of them have been distributed to carriers for delivery today. For my route, I don't have them right now, but I should get them momentarily. They should be delivered today. That's on a Friday for Thursday's paper. Furthermore, this particular Postal Service employee says, we are supposed to deliver every piece every day that gets distributed to us. If I get it from my route, I deliver it. However, it's possible that items in the building and not distributed to the carriers, in which case I'm not responsible for. He says, see if you can find out where the Daily Progress is dropping off the newspapers for delivery. On July 1, he sent me this. July 1, that was Saturday, this past Saturday. I now have Thursday's paper for delivery. It's Saturday, July 1. So he's delivering Thursday's paper on Saturday, Judah.
That's crazy.
The Daily Progress watches my show, and a Daily Progress team member who works in the back of the business sent me this as a direct message today, 8:35 a.m. Hey man, I work for the Daily Progress and have for about, should I say how long he's worked there? If I say how long he's worked there, I risk outing who it is, right?
Potentially.
All right. Hey, man, I work for the Daily Progress, and I've worked there for a fair amount of time. Let me put that. I just wanted to let you know that what you were reporting was not quite accurate. I can't give you all the details, but basically it's the post office that's at fault 100%. This particular person says they are being delivered directly to the Richmond sorting plant, the newspapers, and then sent to the respective post offices. Any delay or lack of delivery was and is an internal post office issue, which we are addressing the best we can from outside. I also think it's important to differentiate between the Daily Progress and the parent company, Lee Enterprises. What staff is left at the Daily Progress is local and loyal. These types of changes come from much higher ups without consideration to local circumstances. Anyhow, there's a lot to the whole story of what's happened with newspapers in general. But the main thing I wanted to say is differentiating between the Daily Progress and its parent company, Lee Enterprises, is worth the time because that's where the real issue is with Lee Enterprises. I'm not a public type of person, and I honestly don't know what I'm allowed to talk about and not talk about. So please keep my name out of any and all of your reporting. Please, 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 and thank you. Absolutely. I respect your anonymity 100%. So here's what we got. Here's the nitty-gritty. Postal Service employee on the routes, interacting with customers, in charge with delivering the paper that's now 3 days a week to community members in Central Virginia. This Postal Service employee is like, dude, we're getting lambasted by people because we're not giving them their paper on the day it's supposed to be delivered. Please stand up for us. Please tell your vast audience and use your influence that it's not the Postal Service's fault. I said, I'm happy to relay this to you. Now, the Daily Progress watches this show, and one of their team members says, Jerry, please use your influence and your vast reach to explain to the community that it's not our fault that the newspaper's not coming on time. So, Judah, can you two-shot me? We got a bit of a conundrum here, do we not?
Yeah. Cue the Spider-Man meme.
What's the conundrum?
It's always someone else's fault.
We got Postal Service saying we're not getting the papers, so they can't go out on time. We got Daily Progress saying we're sending the papers to Richmond, but they're not getting on the routes on time.
Yeah.
And we got us in the middle, you and me, viewers and listeners, Earlysville, Green, Orange, Standardsville, Ruckersville, Keswick, Zion's Crossroads, Charlottesville City, Greenwood, Afton, Nelson. And here's the collateral damage. Are you ready for the collateral damage, J-Dubs?
Sure.
What is the collateral damage of this? You got this, J-Dubs. I know you got this. What is the collateral damage, J-Dubs?
I thought you were going to tell me. The people not getting their papers?
And what is the collateral damage of people not getting their papers?
The company going out of business?
What is it?
The company going out of business?
And why would the company go out of business?
Because who's going to pay for a paper they're not getting?
Take it a step further. Not just paying for the paper, but what else?
Reading the paper? I don't know.
Who would advertise in a newspaper that's supposed to arrive on Thursday when it's getting on Saturday and Sunday?
Sure.
And paying for the paper, subscribing to the paper is one thing. Advertising in the paper is the true gravy train for the Progress. Postal Service team member, who I'm respecting his anonymity, just sent me a DM. This particular individual who sent me this DM, I want to give you a heads up. Judah also reads my DMs, but he is as trustworthy as me. He says Richmond can't get the papers to CVille on time and our clerks cannot distribute them to the carriers on time. For example, my route today, I do not have Tuesday's paper. So what day is today?
Wednesday.
So they don't have on the newspaper route, on the Postal Service route, they don't even have Tuesday's paper, and today's Wednesday. the Postal Service employees. You see it, right? Don't use any names. This is what you call the end of print newspaper for the Daily Progress. Because there's no advertiser that's going to pay money for the print for a newspaper that comes out 48 to 72 hours late. And the digital version does not have the depth and readership or viewership to carry the financial load. Heard it from here first. What you will eventually get is Lee Enterprises running the Commonwealth of Virginia from the Richmond Times-Dispatch. I've had this conversation with John Blair. The Richmond Times-Dispatch will be the newspaper on record for all of the Commonwealth. Charlottesville, the Progress, the Daily Progress, will become the Central Virginia Bureau, and all of Lee Enterprises' various holdings in the Commonwealth, they own the most print outlets in Virginia. Their various print newspapers will become bureaus and fold. So the Richmond Times-Dispatch becomes the paper of record for all of the Commonwealth of Virginia, and the Daily Progress will be the Bureau of Central Virginia for the RTD. Mark it down, mark it down, mark it down. All right, next topic. This is a sad topic for me because I had so much respect for this guy. I had so much respect for this guy, and I'm going to have to text you about this former Congressman Denver Riggleman. I wake up, what's that song go? I wake up and I know it's going to be, is it 4 Non-Blondes? Lyrics? What's that song? I wake up, 4 Non-Blondes. Oh, here it is. Let me find the lyrics here. Ooh, the internet's an amazing thing. It's loading. Let's see here. Was it 5,000 miles? I would walk 5,000 miles. Isn't that what it's called? And so I wake up in the morning and I step outside and I take a deep breath and I get real high and I scream from the top of my lungs, "What's going on?" I woke up in the morning and I saw a tweet in my timeline from friend of the program, Brian Yeagle. And friend of the program, Brian Yeagle's tweet put on my radar that former Congressman Denver Riggleman, a one-time member of the GOP, is now getting paid by Hunter Biden. And I'm like, no way, dude. No way, dude, would a man of that character and morality and integrity be working for Hunter Biden, who, how would you characterize Hunter Biden, Judah? You characterize him, not me. How would you characterize old H. Biden?
I don't know. Hot mess.
You're nicer than I am.
Well, I don't know what answer you want from me, so
I
I'm
don't
giving you
need an answer that appeases me. I want you to be true to yourself about the news that you read and interpret the news that you read and offer an answer that's true to yourself. I don't care about what I want. I'm asking you a question.
And I gave you an answer.
Okay, so your answer about Hunter Biden is hot mess. This is not a classroom. You can give any answer you want. It's not about appeasing me. It's about being true to yourself.
Okay.
Every time I talk into this microphone, I am true to myself and I say what's in my heart. I hope you do the same. It is not about appeasing me. Hot mess is one way to describe Hunter Biden. Here's the headline from CBS News. Former GOP Congressman and January 6th Select Committee Advisor Denver Riggleman now working with Hunter Biden. What the hell, Denver? I'll read you a few paragraphs. Former Republican Representative Denver Riggleman. This is like, I got 2 microphones right here. Former Republican Representative Denver Riggleman of Virginia, who served as a senior technical advisor to the House Select Committee probing the January 6, 2021 assault on the Capitol, is now working with the legal team advising President Biden's son, Hunter Biden, who is facing increasing scrutiny from House Republicans over his business dealings. Really, Denver? I'll continue reading. Riggleman's work with Hunter Biden is focused on assessing data issues, and he has assisted Hunter Biden's lawyers as they contend with congressional inquiries and evaluate GOP claims made about his conduct, according to 3 people with knowledge of the Biden legal team. Riggleman's work with Hunter Biden was confirmed on Tuesday by Kevin Morris, a lawyer and confidant of the president's son. Kevin Morris said this: Denver has been assisting us with data analysis since late last year. He is an invaluable resource, and we have made tremendous strides in untangling the massive amount of corruption and disinformation involved in this story. There will be much more coming to the public. Riggleman, this news became public, so of course he had to issue a statement. Riggleman said yesterday that he and his associates are working with Hunter Biden's attorneys. Riggleman said this: I and my forensics data and telephony team, is that the word telephony? T-E-L-E-P-H-O-N-Y, telephony?
I guess, yeah.
I've never heard that word in my life. Have you?
Not really, no.
Riggleman said, I and my forensics data and telephony team are conducting data investigations and analysis for Hunter Biden's legal team. Data across the spectrum. On Tuesday evening yesterday, he was at the White House as one of the members of Hunter Biden's team invited to celebrate the 4th of July. God, you know what? I find this story... Judah, be true to yourself. Are we on a 2-shot?
Yep.
How would you characterize this story? How would you characterize the look on Denver Riggleman?
I mean, for me, it just seems like the guy's taking a job.
Okay. So, a man... Hold on. Let me make sure I got this right. Denver, I'm going to text you in a minute. And remember, Denver, you asked me to text you about stuff like this. Remember that. I'm going to go to Denver's Wikipedia. Old Denver was a congressman. I'm not going to dox his business. I'm not going to dox his business because I don't roll that way. But I do feel anything politician or political wise is fair game. Riggleman served in the Air Force for 15 years. He founded NSA Contractor Analytics Warehouse. He was the CEO of it. Riggleman filed paperwork in December 2016 for the Republican nomination of the governor of Virginia. He suspended his campaign for governor of Virginia about 3 months later in 2017. Riggleman expressed interest in running for governor in 2021 as an independent or third party. He was a congressman. Obviously, he likes Bigfoot. We'll leave it at that. So, I need to understand something. Denver Riggleman, who in 2018 was the 5th congressional district congressman, he beat, what's her name? Was her name Leslie Cockburn? Did he beat Leslie Cockburn? Is that who Riggleman beat, if memory serves correct? Who did Riggleman beat in 2018? Wasn't it Leslie Cockburn? I remember stuff, but I may be wrong. I think it was Leslie Cockburn he beat in 2018. And old Leslie tried to throw that Bigfoot erotica into the mix to win the election. I'm pretty sure Riggleman beat Leslie Cockburn 5 years ago. If you can confirm, that would be amazing. So let me understand something. Riggleman wanted to be the Republican governor of Virginia. Riggleman was the Republican congressman in the 5th district. What's that, Judah? Are we on a 2-shot? Who did Riggleman beat?
You had it right.
It's Leslie Cockburn?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. Riggleman was the Republican congressman for the 5th district and was the Republican governor candidate of Virginia. Riggleman ousted by the GOP. Now we got old Bob Good. Good God. Good. Nothing good about Bob Good. Nothing good about Bob Good. Now we got old Bob Good in there. Was he a two-term congressman, old Bob Good? Bob Good lost to, who's the guy on our show? Josh. What's Josh's last name? Bob Good beat Josh. What the hell was his name? Josh Thronberg. Josh Thronberg came on this talk show. I think we got a Josh Thronberg photo of me and Josh that you can put on screen. Let me know when that's on screen if you could. So Bobby Good beat Josh Thronberg for his second term. Riggleman got ousted in a, what are those things called, Elliot Harding? What are they called when you have an election and it's just a bunch of people, like a few people that determine who gets to run? Come on, help me out, viewers and listeners. I'm drawing a blank on that. It's often done like at a church. In this particular one, it was done in COVID and drive-by fashion. It's not a primary. It's called, geez Louise, I'm drawing a blank. What's that called? Somebody help me. What's it called when you don't have a primary but you have a, often in a public setting, in a public town hall or a church? This particular one happened during COVID, so they did it in drive-by fashion. Yeah! Anonymous, watching in Montana, my boy. Love you, Anonymous. If you were here, I'd give you a chest bump. A firehouse primary. Anonymous. Effing love you, Anonymous. Watching in Montana right now. Firehouse primary. So Riggleman gets bounced from the congressional race for a firehouse primary because he officiated a same-sex marriage. I had no problem with a Riggleman officiating a same-sex marriage. I don't care who you marry. I don't care who you have sex with. I don't care what you smoke. I believe women have rights to do what they want with their body when it comes to reproductivity. I just want the government out of my personal life. I don't want the government taxing me to the tune that they are, and I want the government run like a small business owner goes about his or her life. Marry whoever you want, bone whoever you want, smoke whatever you want. Women, do what you want with your body when it comes to reproductivity. Okay? Just keep the government out of my life from telling me what to do. So Riggleman gets bounced out of this congressional with the firehouse primary. They go with Bob Good. Nothing good about Bob Good. Now we got two-term Bob Good. Look into what happens when you're, oh, it's on screen, the Josh Thronberg photo?
Yeah.
Look at the screen. Look at the screen. Look at the screen. Josh Thronberg came on this talk show. He got hammered by Bobby Good. Judah's got the photo on screen. I needed a haircut in that photo. I need a haircut right now. The coif is just getting too tall. The coif should not be that tall. Any barbers out there, I will pay you to cut my hair on this show live on air to keep me from wasting 2 hours to get a haircut round trip. You come to the I Love CVille studio, you cut my hair on the show, you'll get a boatload of new business just from being on the show, and I'll kick you $30 as well. Cash money. I don't care what you do with that cash. I just don't want the government in my life. You want to put that cash in your, it's not up to me. Any barber out there, cut my hair live on air. You better be reputable and legit. Live on air, I'll kick you 30 Bs, and you'll get a boatload of new business for cutting my hair on the I Love CVille show, and I'll save the 2 hours round trip. Judah, do you want in this mix here?
That's okay.
How much do you pay? Where do you go, hair cuttery?
Yeah, I usually go to hair cuttery.
How much you paying after tip with hair cuttery?
Let's see. What was there? I'm trying to remember what the cost was last time. It was, I think it's like $26 or something. So, 30, I don't know, 33, 34.
All right, let's just call it $30.
Okay, whatever you want.
Why wouldn't you want a barber to cut your hair while you're sitting in this chair? You pay them the same amount of money, and you don't have to wait at the hair cuttery in Barracks Road in the waiting room and or drive to and from the hair cuttery. You legitimately can get your hair cut while on the clock and earning a paycheck at work.
Okay.
Doesn't that seem like common sense and smart business?
Sure, as long as we're not doing it tomorrow. I mean, I just got my hair cut.
Okay. We won't do it tomorrow. You can do it anytime you want.
All
Barber,
right.
anyone
Set it up.
watching this show, you come on the I Love CVille show every 3 weeks. You get $30 from me. You get $30 from Judah. You can cut both our hairs in less than an hour. You just got 60 bones an hour, and you get the free publicity of cutting the hair on the I Love CVille show, which will earn you a boatload of new business. Chad Wood, you are not cutting my hair, Chad Wood. I would trust you to run Steve Isaac's single wing offense at Western Albemarle High School. I will not trust you to cut the coif and do a fade with a hard line on the side. Barber, somebody tell a barber about that. Ray Cadell, Ray Razors, $60. Judah and I's hair live on air, and you get the free publicity of coming on this program. I would trust Ray Razors, Ray Cadell. Anyway, I digress. I'm sorry. It's the ADD. So Riggleman gets bounced in a firehouse primary by Bob Good, nothing good about Bob Good, for officiating a same-sex marriage. Riggleman then is investigating the Capitol riots. I thought he did a pretty good job with that. Now Riggleman is on Hunter Biden's side or team in a data analytics position. I guess to Judah's point, this is Bob or Denver chasing some paper. Is that what you're saying, J-Dubs? He's chasing the paper? He's a hired analytics mercenary, pretty much, is what you're saying.
Yeah. I don't know, but
I mean, that's basically what you're saying.
it's probably a paycheck. I mean, there are lawyers and attorneys that that fight for people that they probably have a good idea are in the wrong about stuff, but you know, it's part of our system that that you get a chance to defend yourself.
Neil Williamson, convention. Thank you. All right. I'll give Judah the benefit of the doubt. A firehouse primary or a convention, also called a firehouse caucus. Curtis Shaver, bringing out caucus. See Shave with the caucus. Love it, see Shave. If you could go on a one shot and give some props to those viewers and listeners with some comment responses, that would be amazing. Does anyone got beef that Riggleman's now a paid employee of Hunter Biden who's been linked to what? What has Hunter Biden been linked to? Who? Ginny Who on Twitter says this: hot mess is accurate and an extremely polite way to put it. Ginny Who also says, has Denver lost his mind? Ginny Who says, but Denver is not a man who needs to take just any job. He's not hurting financially. He is in a field where your reputation is affected by your associates' reputations. That's what I think, Ginny Who. That's exactly what I think. Am I on a one shot?
Yeah.
Ginny Who. Hold on. I need both my hands here to respond to you. Hold on. That is exactly what I think. Ginny, you and I agree on a lot of stuff, and I have no idea who you are. I've never met you in person. I'll say it again. Ginny Who, but Denver isn't a man who needs to take just any job. He's not hurting financially. He is in a field where your reputation is affected by your associate's reputation. I have Denver's cell number. Can you put us on a two-shot, Judah?
Okay.
I'm going to slide over to you. I'm copying this link. Are we on a two-shot?
Yeah.
Will you slide over to the right a little? Can you let the viewers and listeners know what you're seeing here, right? Okay. Do the play-by-play.
Oh, Jerry's going to send someone a message. Denver Riggleman, a message. eventually. Sending Denver the link to the CBS News story about himself. Denver, I did not hear back from you, like you said. We are outs as friends.
I did not say that. Stick to the script.
We are now talking about this news story.
Keep going. No dead air.
Will you kindly join us on the I Love CVille Show?
Keep going.
So we can hear your side.
Recap that message.
Denver, I did not hear back from you like you said. We are now talking about this news story. Will you kindly join us on the I Love CVille Show so we can hear your side?
Thank you. Just texted a former congressman. He undoubtedly will hear now after we're talking about this. I agree with what Ginny said. Why would you be taking a paycheck from Hunter Biden, who's been allegedly, I said allegedly, linked to extortion, fraud, crack cocaine, hookers, and other alleged nefarious acts, felonious acts. Allegedly, why would you take a paycheck from Hunter Biden when he has been linked to women who spread their legs to make money with sex, crack cocaine, extortion, fraud, and leveraging his father's office for personal and financial gain, allegedly? I'll leave it at that. I like having these American flags here. All right. Two other topics. Oh my gosh, it's 1:54. I have a 2:45 meeting that I have to get to. I'll get to their comments. Tell the viewers and listeners if you can respond to all those comments. We will read them live on air here in a matter of moments. So respond to those comments. Thank them kindly for responding and commenting to the show. Please, please, please. This is an interesting story from Richmond BizSense that came out today. Stuart Siegel, the namesake of VCU Siegel Center, has accused his assistant of stealing from him. Then she died suddenly after a visit from the FBI. This is on richmondbizsense.com. Stuart Siegel, the well-known Richmond businessman who for years employed Vanessa Patterson as his personal assistant, claims there's more to the story of her spending and death. Siegel, the former head of the once mighty menswear brand S&K and the namesake of VCU Siegel Center Basketball Arena, alleges that Vanessa Patterson was stealing money from him for at least 2 years to the tune of at least $1 million. Patterson spent the embezzled money, Siegel says, to fund a lavish lifestyle for herself, her long-term boyfriend, and her 2 sons. Earlier this year, the FBI questioned Patterson about the money. Then Patterson died under mysterious circumstances. The money that Patterson allegedly embezzled from Stuart Siegel was then passed on to her long-term boyfriend and her sons. The mysterious death, Stuart Siegel alleges, was to maintain the wealth with the 3 men in her life. Richmond BizSense, lead story right now. Take a look. Lastly, At the 4th of July parade in Scottsville yesterday, the designated outdoor refreshment area went flawlessly well. Scottsville invited people from everywhere for a parade down its downtown and said, if you want to booze, if you want to drink, if you want to do some sipping of cocktails, some cold pops, just do it in this area and don't leave this area. And guess what?
That was pretty early, wasn't it?
I mean, it's the 4th of July.
Fair
right?
enough. Yeah.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere. It hasn't stopped you before.
Oh, there we go.
Hasn't stopped me before. Hasn't stopped a lot of our guests before, right?
True.
What's the phrase? You can't, something about if you don't start in the morning.
If you can't beat them, out drink them.
What?
If you can't beat them, out drink them.
Is that?
No.
You can't drink all day if you don't start in the morning.
Right?
Designated outdoor refreshment area went well. We'll get to the comments here. You read some of the comments of choice. Denver. We're going to keep talking about this, old Denver. You know the reach and influence we have, Denver.
Chad Wood has it right. Can't drink all day if you don't start in the morning.
Yeah. Beer. It's what's for breakfast. There you go, Chad Wood. Chad Wood was at the Dora in support of Dr. Meg Bryce. I saw the photos on Dr. Meg Bryce's Facebook page. Chad Wood was there. Chad, the beard's looking on point, dog. All right. That's today's talk show. We got comments coming. I want you to read as many of these comments live on air. Jamie Turner, what up? Spencer Pushard, what up? Appreciate you, Spencer. You know I do, homie. Keep them coming, baby. Any comments you want to get to?
Let's see.
Just make sure we're on two shot.
Katie Treviso Pearl. It's always good to hear from you. She says she's listening from upstate New York, Plattsburgh on Lake Champlain.
Get out of town.
Super close to Lake Placid.
Lake Placid. She's watching there. At which lake?
Lake Champlain.
Lake Champlain, and you got Dr. John of Pro Renata and Todd Rath of Blue Toad Hard Cider watching at Lake Placid. Upstate New York in the house.
Nice.
Keep going. Montana's in the house. And I got comments from Nashville, Buckhead, Georgia, Nashville, Tennessee, and South Florida in the house.
Chad Wood, what hasn't Hunter been linked to? Vanessa Parkhill, on the surface, this will not work in Riggleman's favor with Republicans, should he choose to pursue office representing that party in the future.
Oh, Denver Riggleman is never going to run as a Republican ever again.
I'm not sure why he would.
He's never going to run as a Republican ever again. Riggleman's career and future with the GOP has now, if the same-sex marriage in the eyes of the GOP did not squash his future within the GOP, him taking a paycheck from Hunter Biden, who's got an affinity for hookers, crack cocaine, and allegedly extortion, blackmail, and leveraging his father's office. Allegedly. I said allegedly. Allegedly. He's no future with the GOP. Anything else you want to relay live on air?
She goes on to say, that said, isn't this kind of the way business used to work? Keep the politics out of your business unless your business is politics. Bud Light and others feel the impact of this on their bottom line.
Albert Graves says tax evasion and lying on a gun permit form is not allegedly but accurate and true. Love when you watch the program, Albert Graves. We talk the truth here. I think that's why you watch it. Let's see here. Thank you for watching. All right, so here's what you learned today. We got to change that lower third there, J-Dubs. We learned today that Michael Rogers is out for the city manager search. He's got personal matters to attend to in Washington, D.C. That will make TV, print, and radio after today's show. We learned today that I don't think there's a single person that is working in the customer support department at Sigora home. You know what? Just for SHIT and giggles, okay? Just SHIT and giggles, J-dubs, okay? Maybe they just were really busy. I mean, maybe they were just really busy.
Thank you for calling Sigora Home.
Hey, Sigora.
To inquire about solar for your home, please press 1. If you are an existing customer in need of technical support, press 2.
Technical support.
To reach our this call may be monitored or recorded for quality and training purposes.
Judah, let's two-shot. Give me your best shimmy. And get that Sigora lower third on. Give me your best shimmy. Come on, J-dubs. I've seen you dance. You got skills to pay the bills.
Sure.
You know, the girls like guys that can dance. I'm a good dancer.
We apologize for the delay. Please continue to hold, and a Sigora Home representative will be with you shortly.
Okay, I'm
Your
holding.
time is very important to us.
I'm holding.
If you are unable to wait, you may press 0 to be transferred to our general operator to request
No,
a
I can wait. I mean, we spend thousands of dollars on infrastructure for our homes. I can wait, Sigora. I can wait, Sigora. Come on, Sigora, pick up.
We apologize for the delay.
What?
Please continue to hold, and a Sigora Home representative will be with you shortly.
Sigora, pick up,
Your
dog.
time is very important to us. If you are unable to wait, you may press 0 to be transferred to our general operator to request a callback.
Oh, I can wait. We spent $50,000 on solar on our roof and we're paying a monthly payment because you told us to do it. I can wait, Sigora. Happy to wait, Sigora.
We apologize for the delay.
What?
Please continue to hold, and a Sigora Home representative will be with you shortly.
Sigora!
Your time is very important to us. If you are unable to wait, you may press 0 to be transferred to our general operator to request a callback.
Nah, I can wait, man. I got 60 G's on my roof and it's not working. And now I'm paying a Dominion bill and a financing bill.
Thank you for calling Sigora Solar Technical Support. Sigora technicians are currently busy assisting other customers, but your call is very important to us. Please leave a message with your name, phone number, service address, and a brief explanation of the issue you are currently experiencing. A technician will return your call as soon as possible.
Hey, Sigora. It's Jerry Miller. I tried calling you, Sigora, at 12:45. I tried calling you, Sigora, at about 1 o'clock and about 1:10. It's now 2:04. You're not picking up the phone, Sigora. It seems that all that stuff that's on the internet about you ghosting people and not answering the phone for customer support, it looks like it's true. Sigora, is this the kind of honest business practices you like to utilize for people that risk their financial future or put their financial future on the line with you? Sigora, this is coming across as a bit shady. Where are you guys in customer support? Is anyone there? McFly? McFly? Oh, and on your website, under the contact page, it still has the 490 Westfield Road location. Amir and his family know that you're not there anymore, and their cameras have guys taking stuff out of the location under the cloak of darkness. Your PR personnel, who I know who it is, she said no one did that under the cloak of darkness. But guess what? I have the video that says otherwise. Sigora. And I'll close with this. Today was a good show. I even know today was a good show. I'll close with this, Judah. Ready? When I wake up, well, I know I'm going to be the man who wakes up next to you. When I go out, yeah, I know I'm going to be the man who goes along with you. If I get drunk, well, I know I'm going to be the man who gets drunk next to you. And if I have hay, I know I'm going to be the man who's having next to you. But I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more just to be the man who walks 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. I will always stand up for the little guy and champion the marginalized. And remember, it's not the size of the dog that matters, but it's the size of the fight in the dog that matters. For Judah Wickower, my name is Jerry Miller. So long, everybody.